Leave her alone. I'll send Ketch after you with his grenade launcher.
Yeah, he's like literally right over there.
Okay.
Alex, raise your hand.
I see you, good sir. Hi.
Hi, sorry. So my question is, well, it's more of like a statement, but then a question. I'm an aspiring writer, and I love writing villains. They're like my favorite thing to write because I'm demented and weird, and I like torturing people in writing.
Welcome to the SPN family. No offense.
So obviously, like Ketch and Rowena and Lucifer, they're my favorite characters. Like Sam and Dean are all right.
Don't start a riot on a Sunday, please. It's all so nice and civil and family-like right now.
I was wondering, do you have like a favorite villain in a TV show that you're like, I know everybody hates this person, but I am in love with him or her?
Can I do a film as well? You know who I think is doing a great job right now? And I apologize if I don't have the actor's name. She's on Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
Is anyone watching Handmaid's Tale? The blonde wife?
Yeah.
Someone with their phones, let me give her a shout out to figure out who she is on IMDb. What's that?
Elizabeth Moss.
No, not Elizabeth Moss, the one who plays the wife. What's that? Yvonne Strahovski. Because I know she's a big fan of watching these on YouTube. I love your work. She is just playing. Ooh, that's a tough role to play, especially if you saw this last season. That's some dark stuff that she has to go to. Really talented actor. I think the thing too, if you're writing villains, is to take that word completely out of the equation. For one, know what their role is archetypally in your journey, but I think the best villains are just sort of misunderstood victims, characters, people with a very damaged backstory. And that's how I always envision Ketch. I mean, yeah, he's a bad... Go get a hug and some therapy, Ketch. I'm not interested. But in terms of an actor and as a writer, I think you do have to build in some empathy and some rapport about what that journey was. I mean, you know, you look at Darth Vader, one of like the, you know, the classic villains, but even Lucas had a very complicated archetypal backstory to get to it. So I think when you're looking at that stuff, you always have to envision it from a lot of bad behavior is generally generated from pain and a history of pain, and possibly a combination of psychopathy. So mental health, what's their mental health, what's their upbringing, what's nature versus nature, what's that frog in my throat, I don't know. Does that make sense? Does that help?
Yeah.
And as a writer, there's a great book called Story that you want to check out. You want to go buy Story, because that'll give you the best, yeah, people hip to Story, great. But that'll help you, and the hero's journey will help you in kind of getting into those archetypes and really making sure that they're full, flushed out characters as opposed to ideas of the bad guy. Does that make sense?
Yeah, thank you.
Cool, thank you. Great question.